Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, I want to talk a little bit about Aaron Rodgers and the future that he could possibly have here in New York and what he's looking to accomplish over this last part, I shouldn't say last part, or this next stage of his career here, and what it could mean to the city and all that good jazz. So let's hop right into it. The first part I think you're looking at, obviously when this trade was made, they're talking legacy for Aaron Rodgers. What does that mean? He's been four-time MVP, but he's only got the one Super Bowl ring. That's almost like a knock against him. He's so good, but only has the one ring, kind of keeps getting hung up in the NFC Championship game. So can he, get to that next step again, prove that he is that all-time great quarterback, get a ring? Where could you what Super Bowl ring, if you're Aaron Rodgers, could mean the most across the NFL? And winning it in New York, if you're not going to win another 8 Super Bowls or whatever you would need to pass Tom Brady, you have to try and carve your own path. And I feel like having the wow factor of bringing the Jets up from the ashes, that is the one Super Bowl in the NFL that I think you could win and really say, wow, that one's worth 2 or that one's worth 3. Like, you're going to have your statue built there. You're going to be a god in the best city in the country, in the world, New York City. Aaron Rodgers. I think that is a huge part of him coming here. He wants to win another Super Bowl. This is where it could be the most impactful. So Aaron Rodgers, the player, stage 1 of his, next part of his career. After that, now you're starting to see some things on the sideline. And I love the mentorship that Aaron Rodgers is providing to Zach Wilson. I feel like Zach feels a lot looser. I feel like he was always on the edge of his seat and he was always like under a microscope and everyone was trying to focus in on him. You can't make any mistakes. You can't make any mistakes. You're the number 2 overall pick. And Aaron Rodgers comes in and he's like, hey, look, take a deep breath. Realize you got to reset yourself. We're going to work on the little things. His feet have looked pretty good. He hasn't been doing the whirly birds and all the, the running backwards this year. Zach has looked sharp in practice. I want to just keep continuing to see more and more comfort from him. And Aaron Rodgers looks like he genuinely enjoys this. This is a kid that looked up to Aaron Rodgers growing up, and seeing him come to New York, the kid is obviously starstruck, and just seeing the way they pal back and forth on Hard Knocks is just so cool. It's so cool. You see them like Zach, what was it, before the Hall of Fame game, saying like, Rodgers saying, oh, the guns are out. And Rodgers like, or Zach goes, oh, you got to get the guy in front of me doesn't have anything to show off, so I got to show mine off. And just like that brotherhood, that palling around, I think you're seeing another side of Aaron Rodgers that maybe you didn't get to see so much the last few years in Green Bay. And I feel like that's refreshing. And I think it's almost like a whole rehabilitation of his entire image. I mean, heck, just taking $35 million alone, like, talk about putting your money where your mouth is. The dude took $35 million less because he wants to win. Talk about changing a whole like ego situation that was kind of going on. Total rehabilitation of like an image. And I shouldn't even say rehabilitation, but totally revamping of an image. Like, he was always seen as this fierce competitor. And now it's like, okay, watch me take it to that other step. We're going to build this. We're going to build around it. But I'm also going to be teaching these kids, like, not even just Zach, like the rest of the team. Like, you saw him talking to, defensive linemen. He's off talking to the running backs. He's literally saying, sit with a new person at lunch every single day so that way you get to know your teammates. And I feel like that is just so important. And it seems like he really enjoys that and values that part of this whole relationship, which brings us to the next part of his career. And that is the coaching side of Aaron Rodgers. Once Aaron Rodgers is done, what could possibly be the best route for him to go? If he truly loves the coaching side of things that it appears he does. He was calling plays during the Hall of Fame game. The long play from Zach to Malik Taylor, that was Aaron Rodgers saying, throw it to Malik, throw it to Malik. What better way to take your NFL career and move into the next phase than to have Zach Wilson, the kid sitting behind you, let alone Jordan Love over in Green Bay, who looks to be playing pretty well. Let's say Zach Wilson turns it around. And now the number 2 overall pick, that was dead in the water. 2 years in the league, the Jaguars game, that was his last game as a Jet. People were flipping out. You turn Zach Wilson around into a franchise quarterback, or even just a competent quarterback. Heck, it doesn't even have to necessarily work out with Zach. You just you could see if there's a marketable, jump. I think you could definitely become a quarterback coach either way. I mean, honestly, Aaron Rodgers' name alone will probably get him a quarterback job. But either way, it would be really cool to see Aaron Rodgers go from player to quarterback coach under Nathaniel Hackett, his best buddy, one of his best buddies. Like, that's like the perfect situation where there's going to be a trust in, hey, I'll be allowed to call plays with Hackett there, I think. And then Hackett, obviously has the mentorship that he could have on Rodgers, because that's not just a friendship between, two close friends. It's also like, I'm sure Rodgers to some degree looks up to Nathaniel Hackett. I'm sure there's, it goes the other way as well. And I think that side of things for Rodgers come the end part. I keep saying end. I don't mean it as an end, but in this next phase of his career is somewhere that I think he'd like to be. It seems like he's having fun with that side of the game. And then, not to mention, if he stays in New York, look at this guy. He's glowing. He's on the Megatron. They're saying New York Jets quarterback. He will be idolized. If he wins a Super Bowl in New York, if he turns around some players that maybe needed some different coaching or builds a culture within the Jets locker room, Zach Wilson turns it around. Oh, this dude could be an icon in New York for a long time. It doesn't have to be just this 2-year, maybe 3 magical year run. It could be a whole long-term plan with Aaron Rodgers. Now, I understand players or people are going to say, Ryan, you just got to worry about the now. And you're so right. You're so right. You have to worry about the now. I don't care how long Aaron Rodgers continues to do this. I hope he does it for 100 more years. I want him as our quarterback moving forward. But I very, very much love that he's here in this moment. So whether it is 3 seasons, 10 years, 1 season, 8 games, I don't care. Well, I do care. I don't want to see 8 games, but I want to watch him and just enjoy every moment while you have him. So don't get too far ahead of yourselves, Jet fans. As much as I want to project future Jet feelings on everyone, enjoy the moments right now. Be in this moment. Aaron Rodgers said that. Be in this moment. You'll go gray. Enjoy the little moments. Boys and girls, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is here for the long term? Or do you think this is just a 3-year, 2-year, 1-year stint here in New York? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets. If you want to have success on the field, you got to have reliable communication. If you want to have reliable communication off the field, I recommend going with Mint Mobile. I've partnered with Mint Mobile this season to bring you guys an awesome deal for just a limited amount of time. You guys can get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. That's 50% off the normal going rate. If you'd like to help support the channel, scan the QR code in the bottom right-hand portion of the screen or click on the first link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.